The first video, the body camera footage that you're seeing right here, that link will be in the description. It has over 100,000 views in a little bit over a week. You have to go watch that video before you ever watch this video because it won't make sense to you. You have to see what happens, why the cop is known as one of the dirtiest cops I've ever seen. You have to watch that video before you watch this one. Link in the description. What's going on, guys? It's Early Product News. This is a video I posted about a week and a half ago. Training Day Part 2, Dirtiest Cop Ever. One of, if not, the dirtiest cops ever caught on tape. Reports claim he was fired. But we got to go look at those reports. Now, the gentleman in the driver's seat, we'll call him Lewis. He's a subscriber of mine, and he sent this in to me. Now, there's some things we need to take note of because they're important. The date is going to be very, very important. August 4th, 2016. Now, the reason for searching the car after this officer, whose name is Marcus Hernandez, went through a multitude of things. He landed on fervent movements, which means Lewis was moving in an extreme manner, trying to hide something. Well, unluckily for Marcus Hernandez, Lewis has a dash cam. And the dash cam has audio. So we're about to watch what exactly was said and what was talked about a minute or two before the cops even showed up behind them. We also got a Department of Justice report. We also got a 6-year federal investigation called the tow truck scam. We also have a finding from the Civilian Officer Police Accountability Boards of an officer being fired. In 2014. Look at the date. Now let's get into the show.
And I spent 29 years, 4 months, and 7 days falsely in prison. And my story is coming to you on this channel.
So this audio and video is coming from inside Lewis's car. Note the date, August 4th. The conversation that's taking place between Lewis and his friend is happening before the cops even show up.
I heard that one guy's son, his mom got an attorney, boy.
Who?
The guy that police officer shot him in Minnesota. His mom got an attorney on it.
Why, boy? What happened?
You don't know about that whole fucking thing?
No.
When she recorded everything, started recording everything after he shot him.
What happened?
I'm not talking about that.
Why
Fuck
not?
it. If you don't know what happened, then fuck it. Uh-oh. There's a police officer, boy.
Yeah.
You got your seatbelt on?
I do.
Good.
They ain't gonna fuck with you. Unless you're speeding or some shit like that.
He's keeping his distance.
Is it?
Yup.
Oh, yeah. Shit, do you have... Yep. You trying to see it, boy? Tell him what was the reason for it.
Yes, sir?
Let me see your hands. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, but not in Illinois. You know why I'm pulling you over, sir?
No.
Okay. Where are you from?
Indiana.
Indiana. All right. What are you doing over here?
Driving.
No. Well, obviously. What are you doing in Chicago?
Driving.
Driving through Chicago?
Yep.
You on a trip?
No, I'm just going that way.
You got anything illegal in the car?
No.
Can you ever shut the car off for me?
Okay.
Can you see your license and insurance, please?
Yes, sir. Is the license
Thank you.
and the insurance?
Go ahead.
It's on the phone because I don't got the card, but it's on the phone. Yeah, could I get the phone?
Okay. Do you know why? Yeah. Do you know why I'm pulling you over?
No.
Okay. In the state of Illinois, it's illegal to have the plate covers. You know that clear.
Excuse me, sir. Can I lower the window? Because I think he might be scared, thinking that I have a gun or something. Can I lower
He's
the
not
window?
scared. You can lower the window, but I can guarantee you, if you
lower
were
the
scared,
window.
you'd already be on the ground with your face on the ground.
Okay, because I don't know. The way
He's just looking. He's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't have plate covers over your plate.
Okay.
And number one, and number two, it's so dirty I can't read it anyway.
Yeah, I was thinking of that stocks data. I gotta get another one, I guess.
So again, you're from where in Indiana are you from? And you're driving through Chicago on your way to.
I'm headed that way.
I know that way. What's that way? Your answers are making me more suspicious. I'm about to pull you out of the car and search the car because going that way doesn't tell me what you're doing coming through Chicago.
I'm
You could be
taking
transporting
him
drugs, You
home.
could be doing a lot of stuff.
I'm taking him home.
Yeah, where does he live? What's his address?
It's that way.
What's his address?
What's that address?
So you're dropping him off,
Yeah.
and you're coming from Indiana,
Yep.
and he visits you in Indiana, so you come over here to pick him up.
Well, we're just driving.
You're just driving. Your answers are cryptic at best.
Okay.
You have anything illegal in the vehicle?
No.
Do I have consent to search your vehicle?
No.
Okay, step out of the vehicle.
Yes, sir. Get out of the vehicle, sir.
Just so you know, either way it goes, I'm gonna call K9 to sniff the vehicle out. You don't have to raise it up. We're not going anywhere at the moment.
It just have it.
All right.
Get out of the vehicle. Vehicle.
You want me to get out too?
Yeah, get out of the vehicle. We're all getting out.
Now back to the first video. He took the knives under the pretense that they were illegal. They're not illegal, and I'll prove that to you in a minute. Furthermore, he took the knives. We have a 5th and 14th Amendment right to property. So if you're going to confiscate somebody's property, you either got to give them a ticket or you have to arrest them. You can't just take their property without giving them any kind of receipt, any kind of due process. We have due process. We have a 5th Amendment right to due process. So if you're going to take my property, I have to have a right to go before a unbiased third party, i.e. a judge, and argue my point. You didn't give me that, so you violated my 5th Amendment right to due process. You violated Lewis's 5th Amendment right to due process. You violated Lewis's 4th Amendment right to legal search and seizure. You have violated his 5th and 14th Amendment right to property.
If I can do it, car down on cinder blocks. So other than that, all right, gentlemen, look, this is what's going on. All right, I don't know how they do things in Indiana, but in the state of Illinois, this can get you locked up. All right, so they're doing
a park check at Douglas right now.
yeah, there's no way. There's no way you think I'm gonna let you leave with this. So I can either lock you up from it, I can lock you up for it. What do you want to do? You want me to dispose of it? Because I'm not taking it. Okay.
Now look at this, guys. This is the thief, Officer Marcus Hernandez, and I didn't name him that. This is his personnel report right here on the left. Criminal misconduct, theft. What was the date? What was the date I told you guys to remember? Wasn't it August 4th, 2016? Marcus Hernandez, and who was his partner's name? Andrew David? And the sergeant that came on the scene was Juan Escalante? Sergeant Juan Escalante got suspended for 5 days. Marcus Hernandez got suspended for 9 days. Andrew David got suspended for none. But Marcus Hernandez stole the knife. Sergeant Juan Escalante approved of it. It's theft. Now, let me ask you this. If any of us stole something, this isn't a policy violation. This isn't. You didn't have your shirt tucked in. You didn't. You didn't identify yourself to somebody. Theft is a criminal charge. He got suspended for 9 days for stealing a citizen's property. But that's not where it ends. It's only where it starts. Old Marcus Hernandez was involved in a 6-year undercover federal investigation in which 11 officers, 14 people in all, went down, called Operation Toe Scam. Let's look at it. For immediate release on Wednesday, May 6, 2015. This is from justice.gov. Anybody doesn't know what a .gov is, it means it's disseminated by the government. This is for the Northern District of Illinois. Final defendant sentenced in Operation Toe Scam. 15 defendants convicted and sentenced. Former Chicago police officer Francis Zoller was the final defendant to be sentenced today in the 6-year investigation, Operation Toe Scam, led by the FBI. Zoller, 46 of Chicago, pled guilty June 11th, 2014 to 1 count of attempted extortion under color of official right and 1 count of mail fraud. U.S. District Judge Samuel Durr Y. sentenced Zoller to 12 months and 1 day in prison, followed by a term of 1 year of supervised release. Judge Durr Y. also ordered Zoller to pay restitution in the amount of $14,020 and to report to the Bureau of Prisons on August 11th, 2015. According to tax documents, Zoller engaged in a pattern of extortion. He led an insurance company to an issue. He staged an accident that led an insurance company to issue a check for $17,000 for damages that never occurred. Zoller used his authority to extort money from tow truck drivers. He gave favored tow truck drivers, and when they say favored, the ones that paid him the tows, and he blocked other ones that weren't going to pay him, so the ones that could pay were going to pay him, gave him the tow. That's called extortion. But in total, 15 defendants were charged with extortion, tax fraud, lying to federal agents, and accessing federal law enforcement database information. Of the 15 defendants, 14 pled guilty. One took it to trial. Of the 15 defendants, 11 are former police officers. Now, as we go down and look down here, we see the name of Marcus Hernandez, a former CPD officer. He pled guilty to improper access of a federal database and was sentenced to 2 years probation. Now, the Department of Justice thinks he's a former CPD officer as of May 6, 2015. Now, remember, I told you to remember the date. Remember what that date was? That date was 8/4/2016. So tell me how in May of 2015, the Department of Justice has given a CPD officer by the name of Marcus Hernandez a 2-year probation for accessing a database he had absolutely no right to access, on the street committing theft, violating somebody's 4th, 5th, and 14th Amendment right. Tell me how that's possible. Riddle me that, Batman. Hold on. Maybe there's 2 Marcus Hernandezes. That's very, very possible. I don't know. I'm just giving you the facts from the .govs, from the personnel files. We'll have to see. Let's look. Well, boys and girls, here's the coup de grace. Here's where there is no more uncertainty. Here's where they cross over. Marcus Hernandez, this is from the Chicago Police Board Information Center, from the Chicago Justice Project. Marcus Hernandez. Badge number 7917. This is from the Chicago Board Information Center. cpbinfocenter.org. Marcus Hernandez. Police badge number 7917. That is the same Marcus Hernandez that stole those knives from Lewis. That's the same Marcus Hernandez who violated that man's 4th, 5th, and 14th Amendment right without batting an eye. And God knows what else he would have did if he didn't have a body camera on. So here we go. Recommendation from the superintendent, termination. Decision by the Civilian Police Board, termination. Length of process, 8 months. July 2nd, 2014 to February 9th, 2015. Close. Hold the phone. What was the date again, guys? August 4th, 2016. If this case was closed and he was terminated on the 19th of February 2015, how was he on the streets stealing from American citizens? Tell me that. Tell me that. Charged with violating 6 rules and 18 counts. Rule 1, 9 counts, violation of any law or ordinance. So he violated the law and the ordinance 9 times. That's 9 counts you should be in front of a judge for. Right? Those are laws. Those are violations of laws and ordinances. Things that we get ticketed and go to jail for. It's not a policy infringement. It's not a policy error. He broke the law 9 times. Rule number 2, 5 counts. Any action or conduct which impedes the department's efforts to achieve its goal, achieve its policy and goals or brings discredit upon the department. 1 count, or Rule 4. What is that? We can go all the way down. Oh, so yeah, this is right here. Look at this is him in the any action or conduct. Count number 1, not guilty. On or about September 13th, 2006. Now look at this. This is very, very interesting. Count 1, not guilty. On or about September 13th, 2006. Police Officer Marcus Hernandez. Again, that's his badge number they're putting. 7917. On or about the 13th, 2006, Police Officer Marcus Hernandez, while working in his official capacity as a Chicago Police Department patrol officer, accessed and caused to be accessed a Chicago Police Department computer, specifically a mobile computer, and exceeded his authority access, and thereby obtained information from a department of agency of the United States, namely the NCIC database, which is housed at the Federal Bureau of Investigation's Criminal Justice Information Services Division in Clarksburg, West Virginia. This guy went into the FBI's databases, thereby impeding the department's efforts to achieve its policy and goals and or bringing discredit upon the department. Now remember this, September 13th, 2006. Now, Marcus Hernandez, badge number 7917. These are all the other rules that he broke. Some of them are actual crimes, but they called them rules because he's a police officer. 8 agreed that he be fired. Rhonda Davis Sweeney, she's a member. She's a former judge. Alyssa Rodriguez. Rita Fry. Michael Eady, William Colon, Melissa Bellette, holy moly, Gian Foreman. Interesting story about old Gian Foreman, who's actually the president of the Civilian Police Board. He got beat with a policeman's nightstick a couple days ago 8 times. So not even the head of the police board, who's in charge of disciplining police officers, because the superintendent can't, is free from their abuse, physical. And then Susan L. McCaver couldn't bother to show up. She didn't vote. Or she had some kind of interest. She knew the officer or whatever. But this is what's interesting. Same name. Same police badge number. But this is saying 2006. Me this now, Batman. Here's Marcus Hernandez again. 36-year-old Hispanic male. Badge number 7917. His career started February 18th, 2014 to the present. The breach in the NCIC happened in 2006. What does that mean? Did they fire and rehire him? You've all seen that the official paperwork coming out of the Civilian Office of Police Accountability, the board, is saying Marcus Hernandez 7917. Even the official court transcripts, Marcus Hernandez 7917. There's Marcus Hernandez 7917, Chicago police officer who accessed the NCIC and got fired, and the Department of Justice thinks he's fired. But in 2016, he pops up on Cermak and Avers, violating every right known to man. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we try to deceive. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we try to deceive. I don't even know who's lying or telling the truth anymore, because none of this makes sense. But somebody has to answer to this. Somebody has to answer to this. Why? Why? We know Marcus Hernandez. We know his badge number 7917. We know he was involved with the theft that night on August 14th, 2016. This is the official finding in the matter of charges filed against police officer Marcus Hernandez, star number 7917. On July 2nd, 2014, the superintendent of the police filed with the police board of the city of Chicago charges against police officer Marcus Hernandez, star number 7917, recommending that the respondent be discharged from the Chicago Police Department for violating the following rules. We know the rules he violated. The respondent, police officer Marcus Hernandez, star number 7917. So there we go again. Another 7917, Marcos Hernandez. 7917, Marcos Hernandez. 7917, Marcos Hernandez. This is all this I'll leave for you guys to read. But it tells you how he went into the NCIC's computer. This is all from the Operation Tow Truck scandal, in which they supposedly fired him. Marcos Hernandez, 7917. And just for a cherry on top, old Hernandez, star number 7917, is going through a civil rights lawsuit that's on the docket for the Illinois Northern District in front of the Judge Honorable Andrea R. Wood. So Hernandez again getting sued in federal court for a civil rights violation. Seems to be. I think we demand to get this man off the street. Theft. There's no doubt about that. It says 7917 all through his paperwork for being fired for accessing the NCIC database from the FBI for the tow truck scam. The Department of Justice thinks he's fired, but no, he's been out there enough to target more citizens, to steal from Lewis and then have this civil rights lawsuit. Now, where there's smoke, there's fire. Imagine all the things that never went to court, that nobody got body camera footage of, nobody FOIA requested. Get Hernandez off the street. He might be the worst police officer in the nation. We as the civilians demand that the police office, the media department, the law office down there at 35th in Michigan make some kind of report. Tell us what's going on. Why is this badge number showing up in case after case after case? Why does the Department of Justice think this man is fired? Why does the police civilian board say that they fired him? And then why is he still on the streets years afterwards, still getting in trouble, still breaking the law, stealing, and now he's in a civil rights violation? There needs to be answers. We demand it as the tax-paying citizens of the United States. We demand answers. My name is Disorderly Product News. I'm not hard to get in touch with. I won't be holding my breath, though. But this is far from going away. Disorderly Product News.